I'd like to just, if I might, ask a question and maybe direct this principally, at least, to Mr. Meyer and Mr. Anderson, but we talked a lot about the role of the FRA in this, and I'm wondering what additional guidance or information, if any, from FRA would be helpful for you as you continue to work to meet the implementation requirements.
You know, as I just mentioned, we have recently received some clarification and some informal assistance from the FRA to help us understand the road ahead for us. It's been very helpful. Our main concern at this point is FRA resourcing to receive, process, and approve our revenue service demonstration application. The time frame is going to be very tight, but if there's anything that this committee can do to help them tap into additional resources, either new hires or perhaps even talent within the Department of Transportation and other modal administrations, that may be helpful.
I agree with that. You could have everything installed and be operating in revenue service, but we've got to truncate that time that FRA is going to take in order to certify, because if it's 6 to 8 weeks at the end, that's we're 10 months out. That's number one. Number two, Ron Batory is leading an effort industry-wide to have everyone in on a regular basis in his office, where we go through hours at a time, line by line, installations all over the country. In that effort, he's done a good job of it, and he's got to spearhead it for the whole industry.
And unfortunately, he should have been there about 6 months ago in the job. But so I've heard this kind of repeated, I think reiterated in response to questions that have been posed by members of the committee. But this is a very complex and challenging undertaking. We all agree with that. And but it sounds like, if I heard correctly, the most challenging aspect remaining for full implementation is software. At least that's good. All right, and it sounds like you've talked a little bit about how you plan to overcome that challenge. Okay. Anything else to add before we wrap up?
You know, one thing that I would add, and thank you, Senator, is you know, we've heard a lot about commitment. We understand that this committee and the Congress in general is committed to PTC implementation. We heard a little talk about the MTA Board of Directors. I would want to end by pointing out that our Board of Directors is extremely clear that PTC is a very, very high priority and absolutely essential for us to bring online and further provide for the safety of our customers. And that commitment extends to our chairman, our managing director, our 2 railroad presidents, and the entire implementation team. We are working as hard as we can possibly work to bring the promise of PTC into reality.
Good. Well, and I hope we'll continue that. I mean, I think you heard today is us convey the sense of urgency that we attach to getting implementation done in accordance with the requirement and the deadline. So let us know as this moves forward. I know you're going to be consulting, obviously, with the FRA, but what additional help you might need, if there's anything that this committee or the Congress can do. I'm going to ask unanimous consent to insert a statement from the record, for the record, I should say, from the Association of American Railroads on the implementation of PTC. We will keep the hearing record open for a couple of weeks, and I know there are members who have indicated a desire to submit questions for the record. So if our witnesses could respond as quickly as possible to those so that we can close the record out, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all for this. I think this is an important hearing, a timely hearing, and a very important update for us in terms of what's happening with respect to this very important safety issue.